This is my Gohan Universe 7 deck. 1 copy of the leader. 4 Goku Divine Presence. 4 Android 18 Universe 7 Challenger. 4 Android 17 Rebel Reinforcements. 4 Gohan Ultimate Essence. 4 Vegeta the Exploding Weakness. 4 Kaioken Goku. 4 Piccolo Skillless. 4 Hidden Power User Supreme Kai. 4 Testing the Opposition. 4 Violent Rays. 3 Frieza Unlikely Savior. 3 Piccolo Jr. Descendant of the King. 3 Towa Dark Demon Realm Scientist. And 1 Goku and Frieza Miraculous Conclusion. So obviously the main burn in the deck is going to come from Goku and Frieza. So that's our main finisher. So obviously, you know, I went pretty basic with this deck. Just wanted to focus on taking advantage of the drawing ability of Gohan, you know, as well as the simplicity of the leader. The leader doesn't do too much, just does enough to be, you know, obviously good. So he serves as a draw engine. So we're doing a 50 card deck, so that would, you know, the deck would be a lot faster. You should see more of your cards more often with a 50 card deck, and the deck's ability to draw you multiple cards. So you should be able to draw 2 cards, you know, on your opponent's turn. Definitely, you could potentially do it on your turn, but more often you'll do it on your opponent's turn. The main strategy in the deck would be, for the draw engine aspect, would be obviously Friendly Unlikely Savior, Frieza Unlikely Savior, and Gohan Ultimate Essence, along with Piccolo, of course, because Piccolo is the skillless battle card in the deck that you're going to be using for Frieza's auto. So that way you can combo with Piccolo, because he's a skillless battle card, right? And since he's a Universe 7, you'll draw for the leader's effect. You know, for the leader's auto, you'll draw a card, and then because it's a skillless card, you'll draw for Gohan Ultimate Essence auto. So, because it's a mono red skillless battle card, so that's the idea. You want to get Frieza, Gohan, and then Piccolo in the drop area to trigger that. Draw 2 every, you know. It'll be once. You only get to do it once, but at least you'll draw 2 cards for that one time you combo from your drop area the Piccolo. So there's your main draw engine. A lot of the cards in here are Universe 7, so whenever you combo with them, because you have to combo, you know, you'll get to draw. You only get to do it obviously once per turn, but that once is, you know, is good enough. The leader has the effect of Warrior Universe 7. So you don't have to worry about specified cost, but I went mono red, so that's unimportant. But if this was like a red blue green, you know, type of deck, then that would matter. But I went straight mono red just to make it simple, because the main focus is the drawing ability of the leader. So like I said, auto once per turn. When you use a Universe 7 card in a combo, draw a card, so that could apply on either player's turn. So you can take advantage of comboing your turn and draw, and then comboing your opponent's turn and draw. So that way, you know, you can that way you're cycling through your deck. So that's the important thing. The faster you cycle through your deck, the better. When you're trying to, you know, get certain key cards to you know, deal damage and win the game, which is the ultimate goal, obviously. So it's kind of like a launch in a way. Then we got Awaken. When you have 4 or less life, or you have a red unison card with a specified cost of 2 in play, you draw a card and switch one of your energy to active mode. Then take cards from your life and add it to your hand until you have 5 life, and then flip this card over. We have 2, you know, cards you can use for that. So we have Frieza and we have Piccolo Jr. They're both specified cost of 2. So either one of them can trigger this, you know, Awakening. So then you flip over. Still have the Warrior of Universe 7 keyword First auto, once per turn when you use a Universe 7 card in a combo, draw a card. Second auto, oh, that's with the Spirit Burst, we don't use that. Third auto, once per turn, when one of your red unison cards with a specified cost of 2 in your unison area is placed into the drop area, choose up to one of your red skills battle cards with an energy cost of 2 in your drop area and play it. So obviously we typically would be playing, having Frieza for a while in the battlefield, right? Use it to bring back Piccolo, to combo, to trigger off the leader's draw ability, as well as if we have Gohan to trigger its ability as well to draw. And if we end up losing Frieza in the process of that turn, then we can obviously trigger the leader's third auto to bring back the Piccolo. That way we can use the Piccolo either A, to combo because it will be an active mode, or we obviously we'll have it so we can swing with it the following turn. So it's always nice to have a body on board, right? So there's that. And so pretty simple, nothing too complicated there. Alright, so we got Goku, the Divine Presence. He has Deflect Dual Attack, so he can attack twice. He's 20k. Permanent, this card can't be removed from your battle area during your turn, so has some level of protection. Auto, once per turn, when this card attacks, add up to 1 skillless battle card from your deck to your hand, then shuffle your deck. This card gains 5k power for the turn. So you swing, auto, add Piccolo from your deck to hand, and you become 25k on the first swing. Since you're dual attack, you'll still be 25k on the second swing. Then active battle ability, pay 2 red, and this is of course if this card's in hand. If you have 3 or more energy and you have 2 or more red battle cards in your combo area, play this card from your hand, then choose up to one of your mono red cards and it gets plus 5k power for the turn. So basically a built-in Senzu Beam. So this comes in handy when you use Frieza, for example, to combo Piccolo with the leader, then combo another card. So we have 2 red cards in your combo area, then pay 2 red to drop this bad boy from your hand, and then you can use this on your leader to give your leader the 5k boost and be able to establish a 20k body on board. So just a nice little Senzu Bean like trick. It kind of works like an arrival card, but it's mono red, so to speak, type of arrival, and pretty cool. That Senzu Bean effect definitely can help you survive a turn, so that's the point. Then we got Android 18 Universe 7 Challenger. She has Barrier, she's 10k auto if your leader card is mono red Universe 7, which it is, and you only have this card and 1 red skillless battle card in your combo area. When this card is used in a combo, draw a card. So she'll act as a super combo for the deck. And yes, I don't play super combos obviously, but she acts as a super combo on the deck where you get to draw. You get because she has an active battle where you can use her to gain an extra plus 5 combo power. So that's pretty nice to have. So you draw a card for comboing with her with a skillless battle card like Piccolo, and you're more likely going to use the effect of Frieza to do that and combo them together and get that draw. Plus, since she is Universe 7, you're already going to draw with the leader, so you're already going to draw 2 cards if you comboed her with another Universe 7. So you're going to get 2 cards, so you're going to replace the 2 cards with 2 cards, so that's always good. And then, like I said, active battle, once per turn, up to 1 red or Universe 7 battle card in your combo area gets an extra 5k combo power for the battle. So you can get more power. So then we got Android 17 Rebel Reinforcements. He's, Universe 7, of course, so if you combo with him, you'll get to draw with the leader's effect. But you're going to obviously use this to counter attack, to negate an attack, then play this card. Then choose up to 1 red battle card with an energy cost of 1 in your drop area and play it. Your main target for that effect is Gohan, Ultimate Essence. And then, of course, when Gohan is played, look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 red Universe 7 card with an energy cost of 4 or less, or 1 red one red Unison card with a specified cost of 2 among them, and add it to your hand. So the 2 targets for that is Piccolo Jr. or Frieza Unlikely Savior, if you're going to do the Unison thing. But then, if not, you can use this to grab any of your 4 or less battle cards except for Hidden Power, E Supreme Kai, and of course your Vegeta Exploding Weakness, because he's a 5 cost. Hidden E Supreme Kai is not Universe 7, so you can't add him, but every other battle card in the deck is accessible through this effect. So this will help you thin out the deck, search out the things you need to search out. And of course, his second auto limit 1, which means you can only trigger the ability once a turn, even if you have multiple copies. If your leader card is red, when you use a mono red skillless battle card in a combo, draw a card. So this is specifically to, go with Piccolo in order to get that extra draw. So it's a draw engine. Then we have Vegeta Exploding Weakness, counterplay, play this card. If your leader card is red, which is, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2, so it costs 3 to play. Auto, when you play this card, choose all of your opponent's battle cards and they get minus 20k power for the duration of the turn. And if it's your opponent's turn, you also get to choose one of your leader cards and it gets plus 5k power for the duration of the turn. So you can obviously use this to boost up your leader power by 5k. And if you manage to combo it, with Goku, the Divine Presence, play it in the same turn, you can get an extra 5k, so that's an extra 10k for the duration of the turn if you play both of these in the same turn. So that's nice. So it's 2. So we got 2 cards in the deck that can give you a Senzu Bean-like ability. So it gives you that extra protection to survive a turn, which is always important. Plus, its ability to minus 20k to all your opponent's battle cards really increases your survival rate for the turn, because you either wipe their board or you at least weaken their board drastically, so it's hard for them to hit your leader with their battle cards. So there's that. Here we got, and he is of course Universe 7, so you still get the benefit of getting a draw if you combo him with the with the leader's effect. Then we have Kaioken Goku, also Universe 7, so you get to draw if you combo with him. He has Deflect Auto. When you play this card from your hand, choose all your opponent's battle cards with 20k power or less and KO them, so you're another board wipe. Auto active main, pay 2 red. If your leader card is red, which it is, you can place this card from your hand into the drop area to choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignore and bury it, and it gets minus 25k power for the turn. Good way of dealing with any problematic battle card that has barrier, like a barrier blocker, for example, a deadly defender, we got the 20k skillless Piccolo to go with the deck's theme. E Supreme Kai, gotta get them double strikes, gotta go in early. You combo it for 1 energy, get 10k boost, and you can choose to give something double strike that you're attacking with when you use this. Testing that position, counter attack, leader card is mono red, negate the attack, and then play 1 Cyberman token with 5k power, 0 cost, 5k combo power and blocker. Permanent, if your life is 5 or less, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand by adding 1 card from your life to your hand. So you can play this essentially for free just by taking a life. And it's not once per turn, so you can play multiple copies of this in a turn if you have the life and multiple copies. So you can, block a lot of attacks that turn, especially stuff like double strike, triple strikes. Violent Raise, counter attack. If your leader card is red, which it is, negate the attack. You may choose 1 card in your hand, discard it. If you do so, you can choose one of these 2 abilities. Your opponent can't attack with cards with battle cards with 20k power or more for the turn, or your opponent can't attack with unisons with 20k power or more for the turn. We normally use the battle card effect of this. Frieza, Unlikely Savior. We don't use this first auto because we don't do spirit boost in this deck. +1 ability, active main, place up to 1 skillless battle card from your drop area at the bottom of your on the bottom of your deck seal. This will let you recycle your Piccolo Juniors if you want to put them back in your deck for some reason. Shouldn't be necessary, but because you'd rather have it in the drop area for this card's second ability, which is its auto +0 ability. When your opponent attacks, choose up to 1 skillless Universe 7 card in your hand or drop area and combo with it. Obviously, we'll typically use this from our drop area because it wouldn't be too hard to combo from our hand. But the reason why this has this effect where you can combo from the hand or the drop area is in case somebody attacks your Unison. Since your Unison doesn't have a defense step for you to defensively combo, this auto will allow you to combo, right? So you can use a Piccolo in your drop area or your hand to combo to protect your Frieza to turn into a 20k. And of course you can only do it once, so the best you can do is 20k, but it's better than nothing because it at least gives you a higher chance of the Frieza surviving. Then of course, because it still, counts as, you're still comboing through the auto, the leader's ability will still trigger and you'll still get the draw for the Piccolo. So you're not really negging there, you're at least plussing while being able to try to keep this card on the field longer. Also, this card's active main says place up to 1 red skillless battle card, so as far as I know, you don't have to put anything back in your deck, so you could just give it a +1 just for the sake of giving it a +1. It's just a good way of having it stick on the field longer. So you have a nice little 15k body to keep swinging at your opponent with. Plus, it's part of just deck's defense. Ain't perfect defense, but hey, it's better than nothing. That ability, that auto, definitely comes in handy. It's better to have and not need than to need and not have, right? Then we got Piccolo Jr. Descendant of the King. Auto, when your opponent activates counter skill, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 15k power or less and KO it. So nice little floodgate. And that auto is not once per turn. It can trigger multiple times a turn, so keep that in mind. And it can trigger on either player's turn. +1 ability to draw a card, so that's always good. Giving yourself markers to stay on the field longer, plus you're drawing, so that's always good to have. Especially if you're drawing from this and then comboing and then drawing from the leader, so it's just a lot of draw synergy there. Then -2 ability, choose up to 1 of your red battle cards with energy cost 3 or less. Choose all of your opponent's battle cards with power less than or equal to that card and KO it. And then get rejuvenate. So the best target for this effect would be Piccolo, because he's a 2-drop 20k, so he'd be the best red target for this effect. So you could do 20 KO 20k or less. So that's another board wipe card. So we have at least 3 board wipe cards in here: Vegeta, Goku, and the Piccolo. Then we have Towa, Dark Demon Realm Sciences. Permanent. This card can't attack if you don't have 2 or more markers on it. If it has 2 or less, you can't attack, so it needs 3 or more to attack. That's what I meant to say. Auto, once per turn, when one of your opponent's battle cards is removed from the battle area by a skill or KO'd, add a marker to this card, which wouldn't be that hard to do, right? And then it has a +0 ability, active main, choose 1 card in your hand, discard it, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 3 or less, and send it to the warp. So it's a good way of controlling your opponent's board. It's a -4 ability. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and gain control of it. So this comes in handy if you gotta take take victory out of your opponent's hand, right? Usually good when your opponent tries to finish you with like a finisher, and then you like stop it with like a touchdown position or something, or a violent raise or something like that. And then since you survive that turn, play this for 4. Swing with it, because you can still attack with it, right? It's a 20k body. Swing with it, then do the -4 and take your opponent's battle card and swing with their battle card for game. So that's basic strategy there. Then we have the Goku and Frieza Miraculous Conclusion. Ultimate dual attacks to 40k. They can attack twice. First permanent, you can't play this card from any area using a skill, so you have to hard cast it. If you have 5 or more mono red energy, which you would because you're just mainly charging red energy, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 3. So it'd be a 5 drop. And then this second permanent, this card can't be removed from your battle area by your opponent's skills, so you know, has some level of protection. Third permanent, during battles in which this card attack, you can't use cards from your hand in combos, and your opponent can't activate counter or blocker skills. So it's a UA, unstoppable attacker. And then we got the active main. Remember, it's a dual attack, so it can attack twice, and twice your opponent can't counter or block its attack. So that's extra awesome, right? And then it has this active main ability. If your leader card is red, which it is, you can remove this card from the game and deal 1 damage to your opponent. So you have 2 attacks, so you have, and they're pretty much unblockable. So you have 2 chances to bring your opponent down to 0, or at least down to 1 life, and then finish them off with the active main. So you could potentially do 3 damage with this card alone. But you know, the options is always nice to have. So as your main finisher, this is what you definitely want to play to finish out the game more often than not, through all the drawing you'll be doing with the deck. And that's the end of the video.